Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Alain. Saturday, going to talk about a book. Only going to do one today. Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About. That's on the list for today. Drinking out of my book mug, and hope you're all having a great Saturday morning. Appreciate everybody that joins. Appreciate all of you watching replays, sharing, listening to the podcast. If you didn't catch yesterday's show, make sure you go back and listen to that. It's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook, it's at enjoylifesafely.com, your different podcast channels. Had Lawrence Kane on, had a great discussion about a number of the books he's written, and he has 30 out there, so we didn't talk about all of them, but talked about different books and different things from the books and some stuff on staying safe and security. So make sure you check out that interview with Lawrence Kane. It was a good one. Want to say good morning to Vito. Good evening for him. Vito says, "Hello, Alan. Sorry I couldn't make it yesterday. It was pretty late for me." That's no problem. I hope you catch the replay if you're interested in that interview with Lawrence Kane. It was a good one. We talked about some good stuff. You know, author of 30 books and good friend and extremely knowledgeable on stuff. So check that out. My presentation went great yesterday. Enjoyed that. It was fun. A lot of great feedback. Made the news last night. I'm going to record that off the TV and post it on social media a bit later today. Forgot to record the earlier news. I recorded the 10 o'clock news, and they had a clip on there and gave a little sound bite of mine and stuff. So that was sort of cool. Let's talk about the book today. This is one that has been on my shelf ever since it was popular. I mean, you used to see this guy all the time, and this book was super popular years ago. Picked it up way back then and never read it. Now that I'm cleaning out bookshelves and pulled it off and wanted to read it before I donate it. And it's okay, I guess. Here's the thing about it. If even a little bit of the stuff he says in here is true, which I think some of it is true, it's terrible. The way pharmaceutical companies and healthcare companies and so forth, it's all about the money. And I believe some of that is true. I'm seeing some of that dealing with insurance companies and medical bills and stuff with this cancer. The prices of things are just outrageous, especially when you compare them with the price of the same thing in other countries. Something's not right. So I think some of this book is true, and how he blames some of the pharmaceutical companies and healthcare industry money driven, because they're corporations, they're companies, and the goal of a company is to make money. Corporations have a duty to make money for their shareholders. I mean, that's what they're existing for. They're not existing for charitable work or this or that. You know, when he talks about pharmaceutical companies not wanting to cure things, because if I'm cured, I don't buy anything else. If you can give me a drug for the rest of my life to take care of some symptoms, now you got a customer for life for some really expensive stuff that, you know, makes lots of profit. And I think we see a lot of that. And I think there's some truth in that. Now, what I didn't like about this book, way too many times he talks about how the government's after him and they want to shut him down and he's the only one telling the truth. And I would tell you this, but I'm not allowed to, or they wouldn't let me publish the book. So you got to go to my website. You got to join my newsletter. In my newsletter, I'll tell you that, but I can't tell you in the book because they'll shut the book down. And he says that about a whole bunch of stuff. And that got sort of annoying. And that, I think, he's trying to say he's the only credible source, but I think that really loses credibility when you're constantly pushing your newsletter and your website for the true stuff. That this sort of bugged me. Some of the stuff in here, the advice, I think, is fairly sound as far as his recommendations. Other is pretty iffy. The one advice he has is to quit seeing doctors and pharmaceuticals that push drugs and stuff. And he really wants you to go to holistic type things and only do natural cures. And some of that I don't 100% agree with. So reading a book like this, you have to take it and you have to use your brain a little bit, some common sense, some other outside resources. You can't blindly just follow any one individual or one train of thought. So am I glad I read it? Yeah, I wanted to know what it was about. I think he makes some good points about some stuff, but not everything in here do I agree with. And I'm going to pass it on. It's not a book I want to read again or keep for a reference. I got what I wanted out of it, and now it's time to donate and move on. So that's, my thoughts on Kevin Trudeau's Natural Cures book. It was super popular a number of years ago. Haven't heard about the guy for quite a while now. I don't know whatever happened to him. But that's my take on this book. It's the only book I wanted to share this week because I need to hop off here, get this edited, get it posted. I need to record that thing off the TV last night because the video's not on the website. So I'll record from the TV, post that little news clip because that was sort of cool with the link from the news station because they have an article on their website about the event yesterday. They just didn't have that news clip online. So I'll post those and share those around because that was sort of cool. Get busy with some other things. I hope you also have a busy, fun, fantastic, super Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow.